Peace, beautiful people. On today's video, I'm going to be embellishing a few of our acrylic pour pieces that were created not too long ago, specifically with the purpose of being embellished. If this is something that you're interested in watching, please stay tuned. Just as is the case with any of our pours that we're coating in resin, make certain that you follow any and all instructions on your resin of choice. This one is still one that we mix for 3 to 5 minutes minimum time, just to make sure we get that right consistency, make sure that chemical bonding really occurs, and to also make sure that we limit those air bubbles. Additionally, just like with all of our other pieces, when we apply our resin with our brush, we want to make sure that we are going in 2 directions across our canvas. This helps to limit the possibility of having a number of brush strokes left in your resin, and it also ensures that you get pretty even coverage as you are coating your painting. Right here you see I'm grabbing the torch. That torch onto this resin is a must. What I'm doing here is trying to make sure we get rid of all of those air bubbles. That way we don't have anything unexpected that shows up once the resin fully settles. And then we go right into pouring some of our embellishments in. I already have a planned design in mind when I created this pour, and thankfully with creating the marbling effect, as you'll see on the video that I'll be also linking to this one, the colors all moved in a way that I really wanted them to, that helps to complement the pattern of the embellishment that I'm doing. When you are doing any kind of embellishments on an acrylic pour, you have to make sure that you are purposeful in what you're doing. It's not simply a matter of just being random on anything that you do there. You're not just pouring a bunch of stuff down. Just like when you made the actual painting, you weren't just throwing the paint around. You're trying to be as strategic and controlled as possible to really get the outcome. Now here I am applying the silver foil flakes to the painting. With your resin, especially when you're first putting these things down, it will act as your glue. So you don't need any other additional adhesive. You're just going to use the resin for that purpose. So we're putting it down. And again, about the strategicness to it, being meticulous, little bitty flakes that may go around in different places across your canvas, make sure you clear them up early, because if they touch it, they stick to it. So again, being very strategic, being very specific about what you're doing is very important to getting a clear, clean, and quality product put together. Once we have all of our embellishments in place, you want to make sure you take your leftover resin that you have and drizzle it over anything that you have placed on, because again, this is your glue. But what you want to be careful of is not to overly saturate or just pour heavy amounts of your resin onto anything that is going to give you texture, like those flakes. So now we are on to our second piece. Same process. You want to make sure you mix up your resin, have it to the right consistency for the right time. On shapes and things that are not, just plain straight lines or a full canvas, you want to really focus on covering every aspect of it and try to get that same multi-directional angling on your brush from a horizontal as well as a vertical standpoint, to try to limit those brush strokes as well. On this one, we're doing the exact same thing, just in a smaller spacing, smaller capacity. And again, here we are being very, very purposeful in the application of our silver foil flakes, because we're going to give this unit that depth. We want to put them on there fairly thick so that we can keep that texture, especially once we go to put that top coat of resin on top of the embellishments again. Again, when I created these pieces, there was already an image in mind as far as what would be set to create that geode style. So that's why I'm able to get these things right in place. Again, proper planning. Make sure you set it exactly as you want to. Be purposeful in what you're doing. Get rid of those extras. And again, coat your embellishments. Make sure they stick, make sure they stay, but also make sure that they're going to give you that full 3D textured deep feel. Right here, we're using our torch again on this one. Now on this one, I wanted to use a torch toward the end as well. Being very, very careful not to actually put heat or fire directly onto your foil flakes. They will burn. And just like that, here we are. 2 fully completed geode style embellished acrylic pour paintings with some beautiful shades of blue in there. I love how the silver pops against those different blues. I think it really does justice to every aspect of what we were trying to accomplish here. Likewise on our second piece, everything truly does stand out and it gives it that uniqueness that we're looking for. I thank you all again for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. And if you want, drop a few comments in the bottom and let me know what colors you want to see. Thank you again. Peace.